Over there, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the 100. This is episode 3 of the second season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it, to be honest. I really am. I liked season 1, very good. I couldn't wait to jump into season 2. I definitely wanted a little switch up though, you know, a couple of costume design changes, a couple of new characters introduced, and that is what we're getting. Actually, I've had like a kind of influx of new characters. We've been introduced to kind of a new person on the ground. I'm not even sure who they are. So we've got the grounders, the reapers, you know, we've got the 100, and obviously we've got the mountain men, and we found a 5th person. I'm not even sure what they called, but it was a guy. He looked like he was from the Goonies, mate. Literally, his face was all mad. He was definitely in there from Wrong Turn, and you know, it's exciting. Now Octavia, I'm liking her and Lincoln's relationship. I loved it in season 1, still enjoying it right now. You know, he took him, you know, he's took her to his camp because basically she's dying. She was poisoned from the arrow that hit her. And, you know, he took his punishment, or was taking his punishment, just so he could get her the medicine to survive. She's ended up getting up and kidnapping one of the people herself. You know what I mean? She's walked all the way to camp and said, we'll do a trade-off. I'll give you your medic, your healer back if you give me Lincoln, which they actually come and handed over. So as they was doing the trade, they was attacked, mate, and the Reapers come, beat everybody up and took, it seemed to, like, they took all the males and left the females, which I thought was interesting. And obviously, you know, they've been taken away. Very exciting. Can't wait to see what happens there. We've had Finn, Bellamy, and what's his name now? Murphy. They've been freed kind of out of the ark. You know, they was kind of being held by obviously Kane and everybody else there. They said there are rules now. Do you know what I mean? You got to follow it. You've been breaking the law. They tied them up, but nope. You know, Abby, she's come, she's uncuffed them, she's sent them out into the woods and said, go and find, you know, my daughter, go and find the rest of the people. And that is what they're willing and hoping to do. So they've gone off and they've ran off on their own, you know, no help, got a couple of weapons, but that is it. And now speaking about Clarke, this is where the big news comes. You know, she's been reluctant to accept this new home. You know, it seems too good to be true. I did say that obviously she had to be a bit more grateful. The people was showing her respect. He was giving her food, you know, a brand new bed, clothes, you know, she could have a wash. There was, you know what I mean? There's new people she could be introduced to and mix with, but all she's been doing is being dead stubborn, wanting to leave, you know, she's not happy with everybody there. And you know what? She got herself hurt last episode and she went into, obviously, what would you call it, like ANYA, hospital ward, whatever. She knew something was fishy. She chased the pipes all the way back. She's climbed through a little hole, and inside this place, mate, we've got all the grounders. They've been strung upside down. The blood are being pumped from them into the people, obviously, into the mountain men. And we've also seen Anya. She's locked up in a cage. So I don't know what Clarke's going to do with this information. Can she hold on to it? Is she going to run out and blurt it straight away? But then what's going to be the repercussions for her? Do you know what I mean? Who knows, mate? It is exciting. So if you do enjoy today's episode, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode. Oh, she's gone in there with her. Are they not helping the others out? Oh. Proper savages out there, they well ruthless. Not just dumping them in a skip.
Once we get out of here, we can find help. We can come back.
There is no we.
Will be, because she just saved you and you realise that she's not that bad.
Reapers.
Oh, Reapers are coming. Oh, do they feed them to the Reapers? I wonder where they actually take them. We did see them in the cave, didn't we? With them all in the... laying top of each other. So I've got to say, yeah, that's quite interesting, you know? She actually escaped without causing disruption to the people that are not actually that bad inside, so I have no problem with that. You know, I'm actually quite happy. She was determined to do it, and she done it without obviously you know, hindering everybody else who's actually okay in there. Now she can obviously go on the outside. They're gonna be weak though, but you know, going back to the ark, if they can somehow find them, reunite with her mum, you know, bring the army back, or even they join with Bellamy and Finn, you know, along the way, who knows, but that would be really good.
So they must have left sometime in the past 6 hours. Safe to say they headed for their dropship.
Tell me it wasn't you.
Straight away.
Are we really back to this? Without a second thought about the consequences.
On the Ark, I did what I needed to do, and I was right.
Letting prisoners go. Those are serious crimes, Abby.
How are you doing? It was your idea to bring him. Yeah, because he's the only one who's seen where the grounders keep their prisoners. So, do I get a gun now?
You're going after the Reapers. Lincoln taught me how to fight. Let me help.
Kill her.
I hope she defends herself well in a bit of a fight so they can see that she's alright. They're determined to get rid of all these, aren't they? They don't like him, the grounders.
This one's my favorite. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, you are.
It is.
I actually like her though. Go on, Jasper. No.
I've got a bad feeling. Look, I'd love to talk to you about Clark. Any time in my entire life other than right now. What if she's in trouble?
She's always in trouble.
She's up to, I'm sure she can handle it.
Did he eat them? Oh. Oh, they're stabbing them though. They are killing them. Do you know what my question is with these Reapers, right? What's the purpose? You know, like I say in quite a lot of the shows that we watch, like what stresses me out quite often is that people get dropped in and new characters and they have no purpose, literally zero. They're there for fillers. Do you know what I mean? So like, I would be disappointed. I'll literally say it now. I'm not saying they are disappointing, the Reapers. Right now, they're interesting because the Grounders, who posed a massive threat to these, are scared of them, which is good because it shows that they're quite, I don't know, strong and dominant. But what I want to know is, what is their purpose? Like, why is, you know, why are these people, the mountain men, draining the bodies of these people? I understand that because obviously they helping their own, but then why are they dropping them down into the skip and giving it to the Reapers? Like, why is that happening? And like, why are the Reapers letting them live and not attacking them? Do you know what I mean? And did they just take the bodies and just cut them up and beat them up and I assume eat them? Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, we don't actually know anything about them. Just know that when they encounter everybody, they fight and scrap and they're pretty scary. But apart from that, we don't actually know anything. Another episode's called Repercussions, so we might find out more. But that is my main question about them right now.
Our people aren't here.
Wait a minute. They've got stuff from our dropship.
So maybe they know where our friends are.
Yeah, or maybe they killed them already.
The necklace.
What am I looking at?
The watch.
Clark's watch.
Go on, mate. They can get that watch as well now off him. Fuck.
Dr. Griffin has confessed to helping those boys escape and giving them guns.
Authorized use of firearms and aiding and abetting a prison escape are felonies.
On the Ark, we had to be ruthless. But down here, we have a chance to start over.
But if we lose control of this camp, and we're on the knife's edge already, we won't live long enough to have that chance.
Let that man through! Medic! We need a medic here!
Is he just shot?
Get him to medical now.
It's time to rewrite the laws. Do you know what I mean? They need to be more lenient and put new ones in place for the climate that they're in now. The thing is, Octavia will go in the tunnels and these won't. That's why it's a benefit.
I was hoping you were Clark.
You still haven't seen her?
No. What do we do?
Maya has access to everything through her job. She can snoop around.
What are they doing to us? They used your blood. I saw a soldier come in with radiation burns. Hours later, he was fine. Our best chance of making it out of here alive is together.
Fun. I like how she's committed. I do like how she's committed. Oh, see, like, my wish, like, last season was somebody to be taken, wasn't it, from the Grounders? And I wanted them to become, like, an informant. So, like, I wanted them to be taken by somebody and turn on and be on their side and come back and infiltrate the camp. Now, similar, you know, I wouldn't mind Clarke and Anya spending time together, and like she realizes, oh, Clark's actually not that bad. She wants to help destroy these people just as much as we do. They take her in, they become friends. She kind of like adapts or like dresses like their lifestyle. So like, I would love it if Clarke got a bow. Do you know what I mean? That would be sick. I've not even thought about that. Like, how good would it be if we seen one of the characters, Bellamy, Clarke, whoever. Clarke right now, it would fit with Anya. Like, she comes back, they team up, work together, they go and get her people because Clarke doesn't know where her people are. Do you know what I mean? So they go and get Anya's, which is the Grounders. They all dress up, they all get ready for war. Do you know what I mean? You know, Clarke gets a bow, she gets the war face paint on, she gets her hair done up again. Do you know what I mean? And she looks the part and she comes back and attacks with a new group. That would be sick, honestly. It'd be so sick.
We strike from the shadows when they stop to feed on our bait.
So I'm the bait?
No, you
He
are
is.
a warrior. She's the bait.
She would have happily been the bait though, if they just asked. Anya's gonna save her. You save my life, I'll save yours. Whoa, what's that? Mountain man.
You're coming with us.
No, man, no.
You need to come with us, ma'am.
I'm sorry it had to come to this, Abby.
Abigail Griffin has confessed to aiding and abetting known criminals. Under the laws set forth in the Exodus Charter of the Ark, she's been sentenced to 10 lashes.
We don't have to do this down here.
That is just a waste of clothing, that innit? They could have at least took it off. Oh.
Again.
Innit? You know, she's not wrong though, that woman, you know, by doing that, it is going to show that nobody is above the law, even though I keep going on and banging on about there should be no law, mate. Well, they should be, actually, I'm lying. But there shouldn't be that law that they had. There should be new laws for the ground, do you know what I mean? They shouldn't be going off the chart or whatever they had in space. Earth's different, and once they started getting attacked, they realised that the laws and, you know, the principles that they previously had doesn't work here. But they haven't got to that stage yet where they have to realise that, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you have to make mistakes to realise, I'm sorry, you have to do an action to realise you made a mistake, and you have to go back and change it and rewrite the wrong. Do you know what I mean? And that's what these guys, right now they think they're doing the right thing, but it's not. I don't mind that she's been zapped, do you know what I mean? If I was her, I'd take it, I'd be like, come on, again, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't give them the satisfaction knowing that I was her. I'd scream, obviously, but then I'd be like, is that all you got? Do you know what I mean?
We're gonna do this again. And this time, you're gonna stop screwing with us. Where is the girl who was wearing this watch? I never saw a girl. Answer the question! Hey, where's the girl who was wearing his watch? Vince, stop!
I'm gonna stab him anyway.
Where's Clark? Where is he? Where's... Back off! Your friends are east of here. The village where we take our prisoners of war. I can draw you a map. Holster that weapon.
Those men you killed were my men.
I said, stand down. You get some air. There's gotta be a better way.
Who are these that they've got carrying these logs? Alright, she's decoy.
Where's...
Hey!
Please, was Lincoln with you?
Look at that screen, mate.
I talked to a friend who works there. She thinks it might be a couple days before the doctors let anyone see her.
She did cut her arm, didn't she?
Last time I saw her, I called her crazy.
Right, my question is, yeah, who, like I really badly want this Maya to be a good character and like join the cast in season 2 and move forward into the next seasons. Not because it's Maya in general, because we kind of focused in on somebody, and I like it when we drop new people in, and it's a slow integration, it's not forced, and that is what I do love to see. Now, my question is, who is the best character that has joined the show, like, not part of the first season and made it better? So, for example, Danny DeVito joining It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the best move that show has ever done. It's the best casting they could have ever hoped for, and it made that show 1,000,000 times better. Do you know what I mean? We also had good characters that was introduced into, obviously, Teen Wolf, you know, towards the later stages of the seasons. You know, we had Malia introduced, fantastic chemistry with Styles. You know, she made that show better as well. It was already a good cast and we just improved it. Do you know what I mean? We lost someone along the way, but always dropping new characters in, slow integration building. That's what I like to see. I thought even last season they'd done really well with Raven. You know, she didn't start the show, did she? She made an appearance in like episode 3 and then 3, 4, and 4, and it might have been about 6 when she was starting like feet on the ground part of the cast, you know what I mean? And that's nearly half a season gone before a character was introduced. Oh, Anya, please.
I know what you're doing to them.
That's why you're going in the harvest chamber with them.
Yes. As simple as that. She can't swim, can she? Laters. Yes, Clark. It's a ballsy play. Got to do it though. It's a big steep jump, that. Oh, mate. That's good stuff. She's free now.
Push me 100 times, and I am still gonna do whatever it takes to find those kids.
But a diplomatic mission to make contact with the Grounder's commander and negotiate for peace. I'm taking the Grounder prisoner with me to guide the way.
Then I'll go with you.
No.
That's good. That.
No. I need to know that while I'm away, you'll set a good example for our people. I need you to be Chancellor.
Do you know what? I would suppose that's pretty good, actually. It's like, you could break the rules and get punished, but you're not always going to be judged. Do you know what I mean?
I think we should go back to the dropship first.
Oh.
You killed 300 of my warriors. Can't show my face without a prize.
That makes sense. It does, actually. I totally forgot about that whole encounter.
We're not killing him.
I'm not really seeing another option here. If we don't take care of this now, it's gonna blow back on us, and you know that. You're talking like you've never killed a Grounder before.
That was in battle. This would be an execution.
Finn's not asked. It's my watch now. He's turned into a savage, mate.
If you're gonna kill me, get it over with.
Why is he gonna kill you?
Well, Octavia of the Sky People. We'll let you live.
Mate, I hope he's not dead. Yeah, let me see this.
Next.
Harvest. Mark this one for the Cerberus program.
Is it? Hey, hey, big man. Mate, it's a key advantage for them because they obviously think that everybody's enemy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the Grounders will think that everybody in the Reapers is an enemy. Every you know, whatever that clan is that we still haven't seen, that was in the woods, that had the deformed face, they're the enemy. And obviously the 100, the people from the Ark, they don't know that actually Lincoln's got a decent connection, and quite a lot of them actually know who Lincoln is because of the Octavia thing. You know, he was there, he did save her. She did try and save him a few times, you know, when he was trying to get him as well. And they come back with vital information from him earlier on in the season. You know what I mean? So if he goes on the inside, somebody surely... Well, when I say somebody, the only other two people that I know in there is Jasper and Monty. I'm going to recognise him. And that's what I like to see, mate. It's good that he's not dead. I like how Octavia's doing whatever it takes to save him. And do you know what? I cannot be a hypocrite and say that I don't like that Finn's doing whatever it takes to save, you know, to save Clarke. Now, I do have to say, though, is that the Finn one is not as exciting as the Octavia one, in my personal opinion, because Octavia is still being the same character as last season. She was hardcore into him. She was trying to protect him. You know what I mean? Finn here is kind of like, the word's not obsessed. He's not obsessed with Clarke, but like his personality's changed a little bit. And he is becoming like obsessive in terms of trying to save her. Now, I'll just judge it how it goes. I didn't mind this episode. Like him killing that guy. I actually do feel like he had to die. It's ruthless in saying, and like Bellamy was saying, mate, I have no problem in killing all them Reapers when it was battle. It was war, you know. I was on the battlefield, they was on the battlefield. If you die with respect. Do you know what I mean? And you understand that that's common ground. We're both fighting. And somebody has to be a winner and loser. Taking somebody who's just walking around in the trees, tying him up, torturing him, and then killing him, that's an execution. We're not them people. But the fact is, the guy's got vital information. Guy's told you where to go, the guy knows your plan. If you leave him, he's just going to run away. Don't know if you've ever seen the film, I think it's Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg, and they're in the trees, and, you know, the Navy SEALs, they hide him, and they're looking down onto the camp, and this little kid, honestly, 10-year-old, walks up, and he sees them, and he stood there in front of them, and all these guys are just laying in the trees, and they have a choice. Do you absolutely execute this 10-year-old for just walking past and seeing you, or do you hope that, you know, he turns a blind eye and just goes back home? To me, little kid needs to be killed. That's ruthless. That's life. It's a situation. You're in a war. Yeah? They let that kid live. He ran down. He told the people. They come up. They attacked the SEALs. And as the name of the film says, Lone Survivor, they all die apart from one. And do you know what I mean? Here, again, if you didn't tell this guy, if you let this guy live, he's going to get out at some point. He's going to go home. He's going to spill the beans. He's going to go after you. He had to die, and it's ruthless. It is, but it's a fact of life. And you know, there's casualties in war. Sometimes innocent. Sometimes people deserve to die. The Reapers, like, they deserve to die considering they're always on the attack, and they seem like savages. I don't know what they're doing. Are they eating people? And why are these bounty men feeding them as well? I asked that earlier on in the episode. I still want to know. Like, why have they got some sort of connection? Do you know what I mean? But today, in this episode, I know I've been saying that Clarke's been full on too much, but she got away in a clean way, in a good way, in a stealthy way. And I have no problem with that. I actually think that was the best way to do it. And, you know, good little twist at the end there. You know, she thought she's teaming up with Anya. No, mate. Get knocked out. I have to go back with a prize. So, I totally forgot that they was feuding, and that was pretty good. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was very interesting. I'm happy that actually Clarke escaped, but with Anya. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was really good. I know that she ran off in the tunnels. Anya's committed to doing what she wants to do. Do you know what I mean? She wants to get revenge. She's going to go for it. Now, she did come back and she helped her, and they jumped off that cliff. Now, I think it's really, really interesting that she actually knocked her out at the end. You know, I totally forgot that they was feuding last season, because they was feuding last season. And when Clarke found her, she was acting like they was best mates, weren't they? Let's be honest. It wasn't even like they was against each other at all. But, you know, she's knocked her out. She said, you killed 300 of my people. But again, this is where I go back to, you know, casualties in war. Like, you're attacking them, they're attacking you. You know what I mean? Like, outside of that, are you actually like enemies? Now, obviously, you can say, well, you just said you got to kill that person there because obviously he knows vital information. You can say that exactly about Clarke. That is very true, and she can kill her. And if she did kill her, I wouldn't blame her. But I actually think as well that, you know, some people, when they go through something and they like save your life and put their life on the line for it as well, that you gain that respect and a bit of trust. You know what I mean? Like the encounters that Anya have had with Clarke. Okay. Yeah, the first one didn't go really amazing. It was on the bridge. They was negotiating pretty good, but obviously we had, you know, we had the outskirts of the fighting that took place, and obviously their kind of like confrontation ended in a bit of conflict, and they ran away. You know what I mean? And next time, she was catching. She actually tried to save that little girl's life. Yes, she didn't actually do it, but she was willing to do whatever it takes. You know, she was cutting her up. She was trying to take her own blood. She was going to inject it. She was trying to help. You know, for me, if I was Anya, I would be looking at Clarke and saying, do you know what? She's actually not that bad. You know, she's actually, you know, better than I thought. That's the way that these grounders have took with Octavia. Do you know what I mean? They've got their opinion, Octavia, of the Sky people. They thought that she was going to be like a really bad person, seeing how committed she is to obviously saving Lincoln, seeing that she's willing to put her life on the line obviously to do that, and she's actually helped save quite a few grounders. She's earned their respect. They let her go. Do you know what I mean? And down here as well, with Anya and obviously Clarke, she's done the same. There's a couple of times where she's obviously, you know, maybe here and there, but other times she's shown that she's a good asset and she's a good person, and she didn't have to put her life on the line to save you and get you out of that cage, but she did. She dropped down the chute, and she obviously, you know, you've come back and saved her. Now, again, like I said, she feels like she's got to go back with a prize because her people won't accept her back. And do you know what? It's tough that. Sometimes you see it anyway where somebody comes back and says, look, I'm sorry for what's happened, but take this person as like a prisoner. You know, I brought him back, and you get executed yourself anyway because, you know, the king or the queen or whatever is not actually happy with what you've done in the first place. But I do think that Clarke's actually going to be not part of their team, but I feel like she's going to do what I said. Like, she's going to dress up as one of them and get a bow and put, you know, like face paint on and stuff. She's already dressed in the clothes, which I thought was really good. She looked decent when she was running through the tunnels. And do you know what? Again, Kane, little bit annoying, little bit of good as well. You know, he flips all the time. He was zapping Abby because obviously, like, she broke the law, and it does my head in now. He's so like wants to love these laws that was made on the Ark instead of making new ones that actually work for where the place that they're actually living in. But you got respect to Abby. Yeah, I did let him free. I want to save my kid. I'll do whatever it takes. I'm a parent. I'll put my life literally on the line. You know, you want to zap me, you want to shoot me, you want to stab me, go for it. If it means that sending these kids out to go and save my child, and that's the consequence that I'm going to have to take, I'm going to accept it. Do you know what I mean? And yes, it did work on the people that, you know, you break the law no matter who you are, you get the punishment. But also it shows that he's gone. He's setting up, you know, like a little team to actually go and rescue them, but he's also put her in charge, and it shows that, okay, you know, you can break the law, but you're not always going to be judged by it. Do you know what I'm saying? You break it, you get your punishment, you move on. That's literally the way it should be. You do something wrong, you do the time for the crime, so to speak, and then you're back into society. You're not going to be judged and shunned and, you know, whatever you call floated away. So that's interesting. Didn't see anything of Jaha, you know. He did land last episode into the sand, didn't he? And then we're not seeing him here, so hopefully we get some next episode. And yeah, I thought generally it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, and obviously I can't wait to see more. So thanks for checking out today's video. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.